Hi, I'm Dave DiFabio, owner of Team Speed Fitness LLC. I'm also a strength and conditioning specialist here at Rutgers and a professor here at Rutgers. I'm going to talk to you today about recovery techniques to help you recover from resistance training workouts. One of the best things that I love doing for recovery is self-myofascial release. Some people know it, commonly known as foam rolling. I should also tell you that foam rolling, there's different techniques as to whether you stop on a trigger point, you roll through the trigger point. For that kind of thing, I would definitely make sure you consult a qualified trainer to help you with specific techniques for foam rolling. So Nick, let's start with foam rolling for the lats. So Nick is going to lay over the side of the foam roll here, and he's just going to gradually work himself back and forth over the foam roll, trying to basically give himself a massage through the latissimus dorsi region. They do make different color foam rolls. These black ones are a little thicker, a little denser. They do hurt a little bit more the first time you foam roll, but your body starts to loosen up and get used to it. So you might want to start with a softer foam roll, a white foam roll instead of a black one. Okay. So that's one way to stretch out the latissimus dorsi. To do the upper back and the muscles across your shoulder blades and between the shoulder blades, very similar, a little more comfortable, a little easier to do. And you're just going to roll back and forth, basically from the top of the shoulders. You're not going to roll up onto your neck for this one, all right? And you'll roll down to about your mid-back. And again, you can see Nick is light on his feet. He's really just on his heels. He's keeping his hips up off the floor so that he can roll back and forth on this one. Okay. Let's do glutes. So you're going to sit on the foam roll, you're going to cross an ankle over, and then Nick is going to lean onto the hip of the bent leg, and then he's just going to go back and forth. So glutes, piriformis muscles, some of the deeper rotators of the hip. Hamstrings, so for the back of the legs. And you're basically going to go from the back of the knee to right at the top of the hamstring, right at the bottom of your glutes, right at the bottom of your butt. And you're just going to roll back and forth. If Nick didn't want to apply as much pressure to one leg, he could do two legs, take some of the pressure off. Okay, but if you want to try to get a little deeper massage, you'd go on one leg. Okay, then we could do calves as well. So we just move the foam roller down a little lower. Same basic idea, going from the top of the calf down into the Achilles. Okay, we could do hip flexors. But you're going to lay face down for this one. And you're going to put the foam roll right on your upper thigh. And you're going to roll from the top of the knee. Careful not to get onto the kneecap. You don't want to damage anything inside your knee. You don't want to injure your kneecap area. That's just way too much pressure to be placing directly on bone there. So right above the knees where you stop, and you go up to the top of the hip. And you're foam rolling out your hip flexor, which is definitely a problem area, a tight area for a lot of people. Okay. And then we could do your inner thigh, your adductors. And so for this one, you bend the hip at about 90 degrees, the knees are bent 90 degrees, and you're rocking side to side to foam roll the inner thigh. And then one last one for the outer thigh, your IT band specifically, your tensor fasciolata muscles, basically some of the muscles that run down the outside of your thigh that tend to get tight. This is another one that's a little tender, a little uncomfortable if you have IT band syndrome. If you ever done things like running, cycling, and you feel any clicking or popping over your hip, maybe even over your knee, then chances are this area is inflamed and tight. So the first time you do this foam rolling exercise might feel a little uncomfortable. So again, a white foam roller might be the way to go instead of the black one here. And this one does also take a little bit of getting used to, getting your body balanced over the foam roll. And you can see that the top leg is the one that bends in and out of knee extension. And the one that you're trying to self-massage is straight and lifted up off the floor, and you're using your upper body to help you with your balance. If you have any other questions regarding your training, please look me up online at Team Speed Fitness. I'd be happy to help. And until next time, remember, train like you play like you train.